Well, hello, my fellow white people. Oh, no. Now, don't get upset. Don't get your panties in a bunch. You are white, right? Yeah, me too. Look, see? Pale as a sheet. Oh, man, in fact, I'm blind and white. Just be glad I'm not showing you my legs. Well, seems we've done it again and gotten ourselves disinvited from the party. 86th. Out of here. Not cool anymore. Not just not popular, but just downright problematic. Yeah, I'm talking about that meme that went around last week at university campuses on the East Coast, I guess. Haven't heard of it happening here on the West Coast, but the "it's okay to be white" meme. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Now, let me tell you, let me just remind you of what you've grown up with if you're 50 and younger. You've been told that you have preconceived notions about other races that are ill-founded and basically wrong. You've been told you have these unconscious biases. You've been told that you exhibit microaggressions and all that other innocuous, meaningless bullshit that you've been told that you exhibit as a person towards people of color. In other words, anyone non-white. And so what you've done is you've checked yourself. Not just once or twice, but constantly. 24/7, 365 days a year, your entire life. You've checked your thoughts, your speech, your posture, the way you look at people. You've felt guilty for thinking, oh man, God, I don't like being around this person of color. You've gone out of your way to be overly accepting, overly polite, and you fell for the whole diversity thing. You know, the diversity is our strength. You fell for that. Now, sure, all of that might be obvious, but what might not be obvious is that, well, I'm sure actually it is obvious. So I'm just going to flat out tell you. There is a problem of anti-white racism in the United States, in our government and in our education system more specifically. That's right. The left, the dominant culture, doesn't like you. Wants your existence wiped out. Now, you might be saying, oh God, oh no, that's not true. You're just exaggerating. You're overblowing it. But deep down inside, you noticed. Yeah, you noticed. You thought about it too. And you thought, my God, what did I do? What have I said? Did I look cross-eyed at somebody? Did I just, do I just exude this air of evil whiteness? You've wrestled with those ideas, with those thoughts. You've wrestled with your own conscience. That little voice inside your head that tells you, no, you haven't done anything wrong. No, you're not evil. Yes, you are polite to people. Yes, you do treat everybody equally. Yes, you do try and make people happy. You haven't listened to that voice. You've shoved that voice down. Because it's bad, it's wrong, it's evil, it's whiteness. And anytime anybody else suggests that maybe you ought to get together with other people and in an exclusively white context, oh my God, you've rejected it out of hand as being racist and bigoted and just awful. Yeah, you have. And you know you have. And you know how I know? Because I've done it too. I've done all that. Well, with the meme that came out last week, I'm sure a lot of us white people that is, are starting to wake up and get a clue that the left really does want to eradicate the white race. Except they just can't come out and overtly say it. But all the policies, all the attitudes, all of the buzzwords, the twisting, the manipulation of language, the guilt tripping, the constant devaluing, the constant attacking and demonizing of white people, white males especially, straight white males especially. Yeah, you know I'm telling you the truth. Well, we've taken it because that's what we've been told is going to redeem us from our inherent evil nature because of the color of the skin we were born with. You've instead focused on your own internal biases, your own racism, which, if you're honest with yourself, you know whether or not you're racist. Okay? You know it. But all your life you've been told it's wrong to be proud of who you are, to be proud of your cultural heritage, to be proud of the work that your ancestors put in so you could wind up at this place and at this time in history, in the freest country on the planet, the best country on the planet, the best country, the best society, and the best time in all of human history. And you've been told that even though in the back of your mind you know it's true that the white race has built all of this, you've been told and you've internalized this idea that just like Obama told business owners that their success wasn't due to them, it was due to someone else sacrificing or being punished that made you successful. Just along those same lines, you've been told that everything you've built, everything your ancestors have built, that the white race has built, has been due to imperialism, to colonialism, to the subjugation and oppression of other races, that none of this would have been possible without evil white supremacy running roughshod over every other race and every other culture on the planet. Well, you know, that's just not true. And now that we've had somebody just print on paper, it's okay to be white, that little voice that says, hey, it's okay if you're white, right? It's nothing hostile about it, nothing untoward about it, nothing underhand, just a very benign, relaxed, casual statement. Now, can you imagine if you removed the word white and put anything else in there, that the left would have had the reaction that they did? No. But instead, what did they do? Oh my God, they got their panties twisted in a bunch, didn't they? That ought to tell you something. That ought to tell you that that little voice that you've quashed down, pushed it down, that told you that you're not really racist, that no, you haven't done anything wrong, that yes, you have worked hard, and yes, you do deserve to feel pride in who you are and in your accomplishments, has been right all along. But you've cucked yourself. I've cucked myself. No more. My brother is going to Sac State, and he wound up dropping 2 classes that were required for him to get his bachelor's. I think it's in liberal arts, but I'm not sure. He just wanted a general degree, you know, just a college degree. And I asked him, I was like, why, 2 weeks into these 2 classes that he mentioned that he was going to drop, I was like, why are you dropping a couple of classes? What's so bad about them? Well, I should have guessed. I didn't even need to ask. One of them was world history, I believe, and the other one was intersectionality, or some class with that in the title. Intersectionalism or intersectionality or something like that. In other words, a bunch of social justice warrior bullshit. useless classes, misinformation, guilt tripping, all of that crap. That's what these classes are about. And those are the classes he was dropping. He told me he told the guidance counselor or the career counselor or whoever he talked to about dropping these courses, when they asked him why he wanted to drop, he tells me that he said, well, because I can't reconcile reality with the stuff that you're teaching me. The stuff you're teaching in these classes is simply not true. Now, he's a very mild-mannered, soft-spoken person. And if he had the courage to say, what you're teaching is not true, then who am I to continue to cuck myself for being white? I ain't going to do it anymore. Yes, the white race, the white races, are under attack by the cultural left, by cultural Marxism, in your universities and in government. Now, I can't find a job for the life of me. And I am beginning to suspect it is because I am a white, straight male. Although nobody in their right mind is ever going to admit that. I've been unemployed since February. It's now November. I have looked harder for work than I ever have in my life. I used to put in a regular of 20 applications a day. Now it's about 15 to 20 a week. Because I've just given up. I don't get a response. And obviously my name implies that I'm white. So there's really no disguising, even on paper, the fact that I'm a white, straight male. And I think that's the reason I can't find employment. Now I know that sounds crazy, doesn't it? It sounds ludicrous. There is no possibility, because there's all kinds of laws, right? Well, I mean, hey, if I was an employer and I was looking at a person that I did not want to hire, but I had all these diversity requirements, I'm going to come up with every excuse under the sun not to hire them that has nothing to do with the real reason that I don't want them on board. I'm going to say they don't qualify. I found other people that are better qualified. Or I'm changing up the position. Or that position's no longer needed. Or whatever the answer is. And I'm telling you, since February, that has been 100% of the results from my job-seeking efforts. Right? I'm doing something wrong. I must not be following through. My approach is off. I'm saying the wrong things. I'm not looking in the right places. This is the message I get in my job search, is that the reason I'm not employed is 100% my fault, because I'm the one doing something wrong. Bullshit. Never in my life have I found it so hard to find employment. The simplest of employment. And I say it is for racial discrimination against whites, specifically against, and more vehemently against, straight white males. Hey, if you want me to think something else, then I need some different results. Hey, if you want me to go Sieg Heil and get all tatted up and say white pride and white power and whites are superior to every other race on the planet, and that the Western civilization that we now enjoy is due to white people, I'll say that. I'll go there. I'll go there precisely because you told me not to, because you called me evil and wrong for doing it. If the left wants me to be racist, which they obviously do, then I say be racist. I say, yes, say that your race is superior, because it is. Say that you are superior, because you are. Say that your ancestors were superior, because they were. We see the results. You don't see this same development in Africa, in the Middle East, in Europe, many parts of Eastern Europe. Anywhere where there's not Western culture, you don't see this level of this standard of living, do you? No, you don't. So obviously, the results should be what speak for themselves. And it's okay to be white, just let everybody know that it really is okay to be white, because the left has just blown their top in unbelievable fashion. I'm sorry, let me backtrack. It's okay to be white has let you know that it's not okay to be white, because the left has blown their top in such unbelievable fashion. Good luck out there, white folks.